I'm doing a VOD review because um, I don't know. I just thought I have this like old gameplay that I recorded, and I just wanted to go over it because it's always nice to reflect on yourself and see how like far you've come. Plus, like I don't know. Hopefully, it's educational to whoever like sees this. So, anyways, let's just get into it, guys. This is a Lux vs Fizz, and I think this was like maybe like a month or two into League. This is when I played ranked. I think I'm like bronze 3 or 2 here. He's not getting punished for like walking at these creeps. Auto, I'm too close. I can Q him. Q, auto, he's slow. Continue to auto him. He's just gonna back up. I maybe could have went for another E on him, but I think I was autopiloted. I'm level 3. I should probably put a second level into E here. Yeah, I do. Just to get that extra damage off, especially because I know he can't really play aggressive. Kind of looks like he wants to. I didn't time that auto right. He goes on me. It's where I lose a trade. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking like, oh, hey, he can engage me here. I think it's because like part of me like didn't know his abilities, I don't think, or the cooldowns. So look, I step up way too close to him here. I mean, this is still like too close because he can now leap off this minion and engage me from there. I knew nothing about like range versus melee and like how to play the matchup or whatever, so I played really reckless. Get too close, go for an E. I think it misses him, right? Yeah, so it misses him. He Qs onto me. W's, E's to try and well, I think he just uses E here to like do all the damage he can, and then like if I throw my Q here, it'll miss. Yeah, well, his E already went through, but I still missed the Q, and then he's gonna ignite me. I'm just gonna barrier. He thinks he gets the kill. I barrier, pop a potion, and then this is like the bad thing. Like then I walk up and I just die because I don't respect him whatsoever, despite me being like 1 health. Flash just Qs, I'm dead. Like I didn't respect him at all, and I didn't think about Flash. I just think it's so like funny because now I understand that, and now in my games like I know about harass, I know about positioning, and like I've been working on like not like playing too up when I'm low health. Like I should have just backed there honestly, or let him shove into me and just play super passive, but instead I walked up and I got punished for it. I see the Shaco. Shaco just goes in. I play right. I just back off. Try and throw a Q. I could line up my Qs a lot better than that. Here now, like this is a problem I have. Now I'm playing too safe. So like what I could do, like knowing that he's down here, is just position myself right here, so that way I don't miss CS. And if the Shaco engages me, I can just go back to my turret. But I don't. I just play a little too safe here. Eventually I'll walk up. But not really. Like, you see, I'm playing, like, so scared here despite having vision. I'm harassing him. Shaco comes in. Like, I just walk back to my turret. He can't do anything. I just want to see. Now I'm playing pretty safe. Like, I should know, especially off of that trade, that I should just beat this Shaco. Another thing I noticed about this game is that my wave management is, like, really bad. It's like, I noticed that, like, I never, like, crash the wave as much as I should. That's a good E, auto, Q, auto, and he gets scared and he flashes. Yeah. So I should just full crash this wave and then get a reset. Nope, I didn't even... And then the next wave came, and now I should still get a reset because at that point the Fizz is back, so... I should still get a reset. It wasn't the perfect crash, but yeah. Yeah, okay, this was nice creep clear. Now the wave is frozen under my tower. I face check that. I don't know where he is, so I ping it. Here I'm like struggling with the muscle memory. So here, this is the point where I was like talking about my wave management being bad. Like I should just hard crash this wave in, right? Because now I know their Fizz isn't there, so I should crash it and try and get some ticks. Or at least if I don't want ticks, then I can rotate to the river and maybe peel or catch the guy like coming back. And plus you can see the Udyr is there too, so like that way, I don't know, but I don't. Like I barely push this wave out. Like it's just not quick enough. And this is also another mistake. This is where I decide to sit in the bush and wait for this Fizz to come back in lane. This is such a stupid idea. Instead of just simply crashing the wave and then maybe getting another reset or like going for a rotate. But instead I sit in this bush, right? And what ends up happening is this Fizz doesn't like rotate right away. So I like go because I see my Udyr and I think it's it, and then he's in the bush. So then I'm laughing and I tell myself, I'm like, I don't know how I missed that Q. Look, just because I didn't shove in that second wave, like he's gonna have like, I don't know, he should get this creep and then all the other ones. But if I shoved it in earlier, some of those creeps would be dead already because of tower. Now I'm just gonna VOD review one of my like newer games just so I can show you like the progress and shit. So we might have lost this game, but I could show you that I was pretty much rolling this Akali. Yeah, I can break this gameplay pretty dang well. So like now, like level 1, I pretty much know matchups, like generalized matchups for melee versus melee and like range versus melee. And I especially know Viego, so I know how Viego plays into melee. So here, I've played Akali, and I know that Akali's like first couple of levels are just so bad. So I know that I win trades level 1. And so what I'm gonna do is anytime she goes for creeps, I'm just gonna trade with a Q auto on her. Which is what I try to do. Now I don't greed for the autos, but like I will if she overextends. I'm still poking her whenever I can. Whenever she steps up for it, I just poke her with my Q because I know I can. Well, I think I'm watching the bar here, so I know that she's gonna go for a Q. Yeah, she does. She goes for a Q, E. I actually bait her E here. So I know that she wants the E, right? Like I'm watching her energy bar here, so I can pretty much predict what she's gonna do. So if she walks up here, she's gonna Q me, right? She's gonna Q, she should auto, she goes behind this wall, so I know she's gonna E. She takes it, I ignite her, W, and I win the trade. And then I just take her body to heal all that damage so I don't die. So like there, like I was way more aware of what she was gonna do and how the trades were gonna play out than I was in the Lux clip. Like back then, like I didn't know a whole lot, or like maybe I thought I did, but I didn't. And so like the way I improved was I basically just like whenever someone beat me in a game, I just thought about like what did they do that I didn't. And there was a game where there was a Smurf Riven and she like absolutely destroyed me with like her movement and like so like I analyzed that gameplay and I discovered that she was actually like thinking about my abilities and then moving to dodge them. And I just thought that was like so crazy. And then what I did was I went in the solo ranks and I played Viego and I literally just was telling myself, thinking about their abilities, think about their abilities, what are their cooldowns? And like I was losing at first because I just simply didn't know like the cooldown timers. Like against Malzahar, like I didn't know like what is his big ability that I need to be tracking. Or like the same thing with Syndra. Like what is Syndra's ability that I need to be tracking? Which is Syndra's E, which is the knockback, and it's on like a 16-second cooldown or something. And like I would go on a website that had all the cooldowns listed, and anytime I would play against someone, I would just look at their cooldowns and like think like, okay, well, one of their abilities is down and on cooldown, that's when I should be playing like aggressive. If like that's when I should be punishing them if they like overextend. That's basically how I like improved. And now I'm like silver 2, which is like isn't like a high rank or whatever, but like I'm climbing like really fast now. Yeah, anyways, we'll just skip past. We'll watch like one more trade. That's fine. I back him off. I ping it, and then I ping that I'm gonna rotate on this guy. And actually, this is where the Akali fucks up, because this Akali does not rotate this fight, and that's actually what determined whether or not this Kha'Zix was actually gonna give value here. Yeah, he flashed, he goes back in, he tries to kill Chow, I just zone him, and he's dead. And the Akali never rotated. If the Akali rotated, that fight could have played a lot different. I'm gonna crash in this wave, and I want to make sure. So if he takes his trade, I know that I'm fine. So I bait him into it once again, try and pull him away from his tower. Just walking, respecting his shroud. I just walk away from it. Now I know it's on cooldown. So here, I want to crash in the wave because I don't like this spot that it's in. So I'm just slapping the minions. I use E so that I can push it faster. I also tab a lot more than I did back then. Like back then, in that recording, I didn't see myself like tab once. But I know for a fact in this game, I'm definitely tabbing because now I want to keep track of what items she's going. And especially in late game because it's important to know like who has Zanyas. Because I remember I would cuck myself because I didn't know they would have Zanyas. Oh yeah, I see that they're rotating and maybe trying to do an invade. So I ping that I'm rotating just so I can peel for this guy. And then they end up not invading. So I just go back to lane. Alright, I think that should be like enough.